In my previous video, I explained how I was able to do the first ever codzombies blindfolded Easter egg completion on Black Ops 3's The Giant. If you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend watching it first, but for those who don't want to, here's a quick rundown. But first, do me a huge favor and consider dropping a sub. This channel is still very new and I have a lot of things planned related to blindfolded gaming and more, so please drop some feedback and help me shape this channel. Let's recap. In The Giant, with the use of Mega Gobblecombs, you can open up the map, get a pack-a-punched weapon early, and complete the entire Easter egg on round 1, making it realistically possible to do blindfolded. But in order to reliably play blindfolded, I found that I can turn off free look in the controller settings, so that the mouse only allows me to look on the horizontal axis. I can use this to precisely aim by positioning myself in a normalized position like a corner, and knifing to find the edge of the wall hitbox. This is how I can replicate the same angle every single time. With setups that can be replicated, I can navigate the map by walking along walls, counting footsteps, and listening to the environment. I can also aim up and down using the arrow keys, and reset it by using the center view keybind. With the controls figured out, I planned out a route. Set my angle at the beginning, back up into the corner, and take out 5 of the 6 zombies. Then navigate to the Gobblegum machine, set a new angle, and hope I get shopping free. Or extra credit, which gives me enough points to roll again for shopping free. Then, quickly open up the map and roll again for either wall power or ephemeral enhancement. Still keeping the same angle from before, turn on the power to open up more of the map, and navigate to the starting room where I can buy the Shiva using wall power if needed, and set up a new angle for shooting the first target. Then I position myself, shoot and adjust left until I hit the target, do more setups for shooting the next target, then cross the bridge and set up the angle and position for the grenade throw where I can cook the grenade using the knifing pulse to time it. And lastly, another grenade throw setup for the last target, then navigate to the Annihilator for the first ever blindfolded Easter egg, with a time just over 12 minutes. But before I could improve my time, my viewers and I were investigating ways to improve the speedrun. I'm trying to consider if we go extra credit instead of shopping free to open up the map. We can open up that door that I just did, this door, and this door, and this door. Also, with the extra credit route, we don't have to rush to buy all the doors and then buy the gobblegum over there. If we get extra credit, we literally just give ourselves all the points and hit the gobblegum machine again. So we won't waste as much time. There's going to be a lot less backtracking. Which means we would have to shoot that one from here, and we would have to grenade that one from here, and it also means we'll have to grenade this one from here. I guess we don't have to shoot that one, because if we open this door, we can still turn on the power. If we end up coming up with the most optimized run, I guarantee you we're gonna shoot it from over here. Let's try this. Shoot that. I mean, could we not also use it on the MR6? Look at this. Definitely can't use these to shoot that. I wanna know, can I shoot this? I don't think we can hit this. This one we have to use a grenade, but I don't think this one's gonna be as precise. I think the main problems is going to be finding a setup to throw a grenade from here to hit the one in there. I can't shoot that thing through anywhere, right? Dude, discovery. Screw the old route, we're not doing it anymore. Next stream, we're making a new route. The plan was now to mimic the visual speedrun route by opening up less of the map using only extra credit and not shopping free. Then immediately hitting the gobblegum again for ephemeral enhancement so that we can hit each of the targets from outside the intended rooms. The only problem is that these shots are precise for someone who is blindfolded, so we need to find some consistent setups to make these difficult shots. With the discovery that we can use death and taxes to hit both of the last targets, this is going to be a lot easier, but still tricky. And so we got to work. Now will be a good time to mention that we includes a very important person, Evando. This new optimized blindfolded strategy is the result of the collaboration between me and him. There was a lot of searching for setups and testing involved, and I wouldn't have conquered this so quickly without his help. So huge shout out to Evando. This is what we came up with. The beginning of the run is the same as before. I have no idea which of the spawn locations I got, so I first have to navigate to the left corner and set up my angle. The only difference with this strategy is that I first go to the right barrier to try to pick off some zombies before heading to the back corner. If I get lucky with the zombie spawns, this has the chance to save a little time. Then I head over to grab my first gobblegum. In order for this to work, I need to get extra credit, so I immediately try popping the gum to listen for if the points spawn in. If I can't pop it or don't hear the points spawn in, then I didn't get extra credit and I have to reset the run. But if I do get it, then I can grab all of the points and immediately roll again for ephemeral enhancement. I have the same issue here. I need to get ephemeral enhancement in order to continue. However, this time I don't have the benefit of popping it to confirm I have it, because I need to set up my shot before I use it. So at this point, I just assume that I have it, and then back up to the left corner and set up my angle by using the knife to find the edge of the wall. Just like the last run, part of the challenge is managing the single zombie. I need to give myself enough time to do the setups and make the shots before the zombie catches up. So here, I'm waiting for the zombie to get further away from my next location before continuing. To ensure I don't get stuck in the corner, I inch away from the corner so that as soon as the zombie swings at me, I can back up and go around it. As I head to the corner, I try to use my ephemeral enhancement, but like I said, I don't know that I don't have it. However, there is one other case that can save the run: shopping free. My gobblegum pack is full of purple gobblegums, except for shopping free, which means if I can't pop the gobblegum, it must be shopping free. This allows me to buy the store early, and then roll the gobblegum machine again for free for another chance at enhancement. Luckily for me, the backup worked, so I brought the zombie away again, tried again, and this time I had it. So I positioned myself in this corner and aimed to shoot. But Wes, you are not aiming at the target. How do you know to adjust to the right? Well, every time I set my angle using the wall in this corner, I always get the same angle, which means I will always be too far left. Since vertically, I'm already lined up, and my mouse only looks left and right, I can shoot, look slightly right, shoot again, and repeat until I hit the target. Then I back up and navigate to this corner where I can set up a new angle using the knife. Once I have the new angle, I move to the left corner and move forward and knife to roughly find where the window begins. And lastly, I use the arrow keys to look up and down with the knife to find roughly the top of the window. If I did the setup well enough, all I have to do is chuck the frag and it'll hit the target. It's a lot easier said than done though. Even with just one zombie, you are tight on time and have to be as precise as you can while being fast. Luckily in this run, my last zombie was a slower one, but even then, I had little time to spare. After hitting the target, I reset my viewing pitch and start navigating to the next setup. If it wasn't clear, the reason I am able to navigate the map so well is due to the consistent angles. At each step in the run, I always have the same horizontal angle, which means I can always do the same movements to navigate to corners and count footsteps to time when to change directions. Very few runs make it this far thanks to the 1 out of 15 chance of getting a viable gobblegum order and the inconsistent grenade throw. And not only that, but the ending is the trickiest part, so I was pretty nervous at this point. Here, I again use my knife and this wall to set up my new angle while I stall a bit to hopefully not despawn the zombies by moving too far away. This part is important because I will soon be shooting through a barrier that the zombie could respawn inside of. After navigating to this barrier, I hold right to normalize my position and then do the setup. Thanks to ephemeral enhancement having 2 uses, I can use the second use on my MR6 to get the death and taxes to make hitting this target way less precise. The only problem is that the death and taxes are not only explosive, but the spread at which they shoot out is also RNG, which means I have to be careful when shooting right up against a wall so as to not down myself. The best setup we could find is to crouch, tap forward, and tap the up arrow key to angle it slightly upward and between all of these boards. But even then, the setup isn't perfectly consistent, and the death and taxes can still occasionally hit the wall, so I can't shoot them rapidly, only one at a time to confirm they are making it through, until I hit the target. Here's where things get a little intense. Despite my efforts, the zombies still ended up respawning inside the barrier and immediately perished. Eventually, I did hit the target, but now I'm even more nervous because I have to do this next step fast enough to avoid the round 2 zombies. This isn't too much of a problem because this next step is meant to be done fast anyway. I am already on a time limit since I have to use death and taxes for the last target too, and enhancement only lasts for 1 minute. I use this corner and a file cabinet to set my angle one last time, then navigate to this corner and go back left to set my position. Then I tap up and just start shooting and hoping for the best. Luckily I hit the target right away and could head straight down to the annihilator room, but I did get caught on a round 2 zombie and nearly lost the run. But I was able to renormalize in the corners and find my way to the annihilator just in time. Yes, dude! Oh my gosh! No way! Round 2! Round 2! Oh! What is it, dude? What is it? Whew! 622.8 is the current world record, but there are still many improvements that can be made. With better zombie RNG at the beginning, getting enhancement first try instead of shopping free first, and just overall faster movement, sub 5 minutes is doable. I actually had a run that had amazing RNG, the only problem was I missed the grenade throws. Because I don't get that many opportunities that make it this far, I ended up continuing just to practice, and did everything else in the run perfectly and finished in just under 5 minutes. So I basically did a perfect speedrun, I just missed the grenade throws. However, I feel no need to grind for a sub 5 time. I'm super satisfied with this record, but I do encourage and challenge all of you to try to beat it. Or even if you don't want to go for a record, just completing it at all blindfolded is already an accomplishment. And there are easier strategies to go for that have much better gobblegum probability, such as the strategy showcased in my first Blindfolded Zombies video. Let me know if you have any questions or want help learning. Feel free to check out my strategy notes linked in the description, and if you do end up completing a run, please submit it to blindfoldedgaming.com. Let me know if you enjoyed the video in the comment section down below. I do understand that many reactions to Blindfolded Gaming come with skepticism, so if you do need anything from me at all, such as uncut stream VODs or strategies explained in further detail, just say the word. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and see ya in the next video.